met a school in North London, Cannons High School in Edgware in North London. An organization which I founded more than 20 years ago, called the Young Jains, is having their Diwali celebration, a Jain Diwali celebration. The Jains have their own interpretation of Diwali, and they are gathering today to celebrate it here. Now, it's not a huge event, there are not thousands of people here, but the very fact that the Young Jains have decided to celebrate this festival and to celebrate it in an authentic Jain way is itself a very powerful statement, and is also a symbol of the fact that this very old culture of non-violence is still alive and vibrant in the UK and is being celebrated by the community. With me today is Kavit Haria, the current president of the Young Jains. I used to look like him 20 years ago when I started the Young Jains, but not anymore. Kavit, you're a young man. You're very ambitious, you're very intelligent, very creative. What made you decide to work as a volunteer for the Young Jains and to lead this organization?
I think for me anyway, the Jain tradition being brought up in this culture is has enriched me, if you like, has helped me in my belief, in my confidence, in my ability to have this ambition. It's also given me some kind of foundation on moral values and how to live life and how to, and also the idea that I've always never believed in this idea of a greater creator God, and I think that also Jain faith doesn't believe in that greater creator God, and the fact that there are a lot of things that align with me. So I've always just been in tune to what's happening.
So are you saying that the culture is giving you a sense of identity and therefore a self-confidence?
Definitely, because I know who I am, where I belong. Yeah. And that allows me to live my life without having to ask myself, where do I belong? I have that identity, I have that, and obviously that gives confidence because I know what I'm doing.
What about the other young members of the Young Jains? You have hundreds of members. How do they find, what do they discover in Young Jains? What do they like about it?
Well, there are about 900 families registered to this group, if you like. Each family, maybe 4 or 5 people. And everybody spans from ages from when they're born, literally to 60, 70. We have members 80 years old, which we recently had a look at. And the great thing is that this community feel that happens when people come together in Young Jains. This idea of we all belong here, we're all looking for the same thing, we're all helping each other, we all believe in non-violence, we all collectively understand the soul, and we're trying to understand these things. That gives us a lot of belief, it brings people together. Also, it's very social. We all get together because it's fun, we hang out because we all know each other. Young Jains organise all sorts of events. We organise social events, quiz nights, games nights, movie nights. We organise musical nights like one we're experiencing here, which happens once a month. We explain some of the devotional songs, we sing some of them together. Everybody gets a chance to sing together.
Shangeshwara Hey Mara Ghatma Virajita Adeshwara Mahavira Shangeshwara Hey Mara Ghatma Virajita Adeshwara Mahavira Shangeshwara.
We have a very famous event that happens every 2 years. It's a 2.5-day, 3-day workshop, conference if you like, where about 250 to 400 people at times get together to explore Jainism from a fun way, in a modern way that we can really relate these concepts to. This is an ancient religion, we all know that, but how can we get it across in a very modern way? And that's what we do.
Wow. And what about creativity and art? Do you provide a platform for young people to practice Jain creativity?
Yeah, this organization has 4 objectives. One of the 4 is that we want to develop young talent in this tradition. We do that in lots of ways. People get the opportunity to come and share their information at events. People get the opportunity to sing, to make music, to create photography and art to take photographs. All of these things that people get to explore. We go on day trips to museums, etc. like that. That's all art, and it's all, you know, even things like understanding cuisine, vegan cuisine, vegetarian cuisine, non-violent cuisine. That is all art, experience through it.
I mean, you yourself have outstanding skills. I mean, you're an entrepreneur, an artist, a musician, and a community leader. How do you find time to balance all these things in one life?
It comes from that sense of identity. You know what you want, you know what you want to accomplish, and you just do it. No questions asked, really. If you know these are the things that you're passionate about, you just plan them and do them. That's how I find it anyway.
And you have a good team to support you?
Yeah, that's the core, essentially. I don't take credit as any of this stuff, but at the end of the day it comes down to having that team, that solid team, and that's what it is. This is our latest magazine that's just come out, and we produce one we produce four every year, one a quarter. And this one specifically that you're looking at is a reflective issue on the convention that we had. One of the best conventions I've ever attended, and I've attended 3 or 4 right now out of 7 or 8. So, I mean, it's high quality, it's full of content, full of articles about the religion and people's views, and it's essentially bringing the community together. This piece. If you can't come to events, when you have this, you feel like you're part of it.